Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Peter Obi is facing quite a lot. A lot of Nigerians have been talking about the fact that Peter Obi, yes, is a man of intelligence. A lot of youth are beginning to look at his direction. But there have been a pertinent question most Nigerians have been asking, but deep down they have not had the full courage, for me to use the word full courage, to ask it openly, even though it's been staring them in the face. A lot of people have been asking questions concerning the ethnicity of Peter Obi and the fact that his kinsmen actually have a lot to say concerning the issue of Nigeria and the agitation for Biafra. So a lot of people are wondering what is going on, what is going to be the fate of Nigeria if and when Peter Obi becomes the president. And that has become a tone of reaction that's showed exactly the mindset of most Nigerians as the questions are brewing. I think at this point, Peter Obi also needs to look into that matter and address that issue before it goes out of hand. Well, let's quickly go into the news to find out exactly what is going on. Given the way the forthcoming 2023 general elections has been going, no doubt the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi is receiving a lot of massive support, both online and with Nigerians trying to find out the best candidate. Well, a social media handler who had encounter with some Nigerians who happen to be Muslims and Northerners and Afars reviewed the conversation they had and how voting Peter Obi as president would help fulfill the indigenous people of Biafra and Ipob and Biafran agitation. The man who took a keke from Semes is in Lagos State, to Obalende is also in Lagos State, said the Alfa asked them to get their PVC and vote for the person. And in turn, the man asked who is the right person, the Alfa who saw Tinubu's poster pointed to him. That made the man tell the Alfa that the two passengers that are there is another option. Said that there are two options apart from this, which is Atiku and Peter Obi, including Tinubu. But for the job, apart from Atiku and Tinubu, after revealing that it was actually Peter Obi that should be nominated for what he needs to do. The first said he had heard about him, but didn't know him, and each time he heard about Peter Obi, they talked about how he performed excellently well as the Anambra State governor, was always being echoed everywhere he went. Even though after agreeing on all that, the man said that about Peter Obi, he had a doubt, which was how Peter Obi is an Igbo person and that he does not believe that he will serve well. And with the Ipob and Biafran agitation, he is going to help fulfill their plans as an Igbo president. This was the reply of the man to the Alfa. He said, I smiled. I told him Peter Obi is a Nigerian. He is not an Ipob apologist. He is not an Ipob, that's indigenous people of Biafra, an apologist. I now told him that let's assume that it is even true. There is the legislature and the judiciary who are mostly not Igbo. I told him it is impossible for any president at all, to single-handedly make secession possible. I further stated that what the politicians use is divide and rule. They divide us with religion, and when that is not working, they use ethnicity. He said he would go and find out more about Peter Obi. The man then ended that 2023 general election is not about religion or ethnicity, but about saving our dear nation, Nigeria. And for him, the way to save Nigeria is to vote for Peter Obi. Well, a lot of people have been reacting to this. A lot of people actually have been asking questions of how would Peter Obi handle the Ipob agitation. It's been at the back of a lot of people's mind that if eventually he should actually keep that in mind, that may be one of the questions that they may likely ask him during his campaign. He should get ready for the right answers so that at the end of the day, he will not disenfranchise himself. Okay, but then he should be as true as possible, please. We don't want propaganda. We don't have political answer. We don't like political answers. Hit it the way it is. Of course, Nigerians have been reacting to this. We're going to take reactions generally. Nigerians are really talking. This one here is saying, well, put Nigeria in order, IPOB will disappear in the air. And that's actually true, unfortunately. What brought out too much agitation for Biafra is because of the marginalization and the fact that things are not working well. So people are even calling it contraption. So if Nigeria is working perfectly well, who's going to be talking about secession? Even Professor Banji Akintoye will pipe low on the issue of Oduduwa Republic. The reason why everybody wants to leave or want out is simply because, well, it looks like the country is actually going towards aspiration. But if things are working well, who's going to talk about secession? If the Igbos are getting what they ought to get, their Amajiris, the Northerners are getting what they're supposed to get, Nigeria is functioning well, why not? Everybody wants to stay in Nigeria. But that's my personal opinion. But let's feel what Nigerians are saying. This one here is saying that's if you don't trust Igbos, then why do you want them to be part of Nigeria as your slaves or what? If you don't trust them, allow them to go. And that person here is saying, whether they like it or not, God had already said that Igbos will be free one day. Okay, that's another one. And that person here is saying, Tinubu vote will pave way for Oduduwa Nation. Atiku's vote will pave way for herdsmen and Boko Haram. ISIS, ISWAP, Arewa Nation, and Obi's vote is going to pave way for Biafra. This should be the best way. If you do that, then that means we don't have any political aspirant again now. If Tinubu vote will pave way for Oduduwa Nation, Atiku's vote will pave way for his own is even plenty. Boko Haram, ISWAP, herdsmen, his own is much. And Obi's vote will pave way for Biafra. That means Nigeria has already divided itself in regional lines. But I guess it's just saying it because of the fact that in all this region, what this young man is saying in effect is that in all this region, there's agitation one way or the other. So don't single out Peter Obi and say that's the only person. How we go? So even if you give the article, don't you think herdsmen will begin to become already they are first class citizens already? They will now become super first class citizens with article online or with article winning. So you now see, it's just make sure you vote your conscience right. This person here say equation don't balance. Oh she open your eyes, my brother. Correct, my brother. Another person here saying even voting Tinubu will finalize the Yoruba nation. Everybody just talking dirty. Another person here is saying, okay, the Igbo people, the hatred against you is capital letters. Profakito is still zealously leading the quest for the Oduduwa Republic, but no one is saying that voting Tinubu will enable the Yorubas to break away. Neither is there any loud talk about how Fulani atrocities will continue to aggravate if Atiku Fulani man is voted in as president. It's only Obi that is being tenaciously tied to Biàfra Agitatiøn as treacherous blackmail. They are dubiously and wickedly deceiving the illiterate in the north and the south into believing that Obi as president of Nigeria can wake up and order the division of Nigeria and grant Igbos freedom to exist from Nigeria, something that's completely impossible under our current structure. What an eternal hatred. That's also true. Peter Obi single-handedly cannot ask Nigeria or ask Biafra to secede. It has to take a holistic view of both the judiciary and the legislature coming together with the executive to make it happen. Probably with referendum in place.